Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this episode, we're gonna go over how to get more followers on TikTok. Make sure you guys stick around for the end of the video because I'm gonna be sharing with you 5 posts that you could be doing in any single niche that are guaranteed to get you more followers. If you watch this video and implement the tips, which is incredibly important because 99% of people that watch this video will not even implement these things, then they'll DM me on Instagram or comment below and say it didn't work, and then I'll look at their account and call them out because they did not do these things. But if you implement the tips that are in this video, there is no reason that you cannot have 100,000 followers on TikTok. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name's Robert Benjamin, and I want to help you grow on TikTok. That is exactly why I have the #1 YouTube channel for everything that you could ever think about on TikTok. And before I dive into this video, I did want to thank everybody that signed up for the mentorship program, my private TikTok engagement group, and my recommendations. I really appreciate you guys. It is amazing watching you guys grow, and I can't wait to help so many more of you. I've grown to over 560,000 followers on TikTok myself. I've helped thousands of other people grow their TikToks. If you don't believe me, go look up best TikTok hashtags or best time to post on TikTok or how to go viral on TikTok or even TikTok algorithm and tell me who comes up. Let's get right into it. The reason that nobody is following you on TikTok is because you're not giving people a reason to follow you, or you're just not making good content at all. And on top of that, so many of you guys have an account that's all over the place. You post random stuff about your dog, you post random stuff, you're not showing off your personality, you're not following the trends, you're doing so many things wrong. Every single video that's totally random, it's not a trend, it's just something weird, is a reason for somebody to not follow you at all. So even if they're seeing you multiple times, why would they follow you? You're just putting out random stuff. In fact, I strongly believe that 99% of people on TikTok are actually putting out content that deters people from following them instead of just following these simple rules which are gonna get people to follow you. And in addition to that, since you're not playing the game on TikTok, you're not consistently showing up on the For You page, which people don't even know who you are. You're just some random person that they see once in a while. You need to be showing up consistently. I get comments on my posts all the time and say, dude, you were just on my For You page 3 times in a row. How'd you do that? Well, I'm about to show you guys how. I audit hundreds of accounts every single day. Those of you that watch the channel know that. And I have come to the conclusion that as long as you're putting out somewhat decent content on TikTok, you're going to have a viral video. It is pretty much guaranteed at this point. The problem is that for a lot of you guys, your viral video did not incentivize engagement. It didn't get people to want to follow you, or it was just totally randomly went viral, and that is the exact reason that you guys are not getting followers out of it. I know I've said this in other videos. I see this probably 50 to 60 times a day. I look at somebody's account, they've got hundreds of thousands of likes, millions of views, and they only have 1,000 followers. If I had $1 for every single time that I saw this, I think I would have more money than Bill Gates. I'm serious. I see this so much, and it really makes me want to throw up. So I want to give you guys the 3 reasons and pretty much a 3-step plan for how you could turn this around and turn your views and your likes and your comments and just the people looking at your content into real followers that want to follow you and engage with you. Step 1, you need to make a content series out of your best performing posts. You need to figure out a way to make that a template, how you can make the same post over and over again. Not the same exact post, obviously, but the same kind of post with the same text on the screen, the same sound, the same kind of vibe, so that you could start to build a brand around your content and get people to know who you are when they consistently see you on the For You page. Also, once you find something that works and you strike gold, you need to run with that for as long as you can, because this opportunity is not going to last forever. And once you find something that works, you need to squeeze as much out of that as possible. The biggest mistake I see people making, and I'm gonna go into a little bit more in depth in a little bit on how you guys can actually build a content series out of this, and I'll give you a couple of specific examples at the end of the video. But before I get into that, the biggest mistake I see people make is they have a video go viral and their next video is absolutely nothing to do with the video that went viral. Like, if you had a dance video go viral, why the hell are you creating a Fortnite video after that? Like, what are you doing? TikTok just told you and signaled to you that something worked, and you just shut the door on the opportunity. The ultimate game on TikTok, on anything, even life, business, whatever, it's school, whatever. Find a system, find something that works, templatize it, make a series out of it, which is not a series in real life, but a system, and just continue to work that system over and over again. Eventually, yeah, the system's not gonna work anymore, but then what you do is tweak it a little bit, tweak it for the new times, the new age, and boom, you're back off to the races and you're going with momentum. You're not constantly fighting to try something new. Step number 2, every single post should be incentivizing engagement. No, Timmy, I'm not saying to put a huge block of text above your video or below your video and say, follow me with a heart. No, that is not incentivizing engagement. You guys need to incentivize engagement, not just ask for it. There needs to be a reason. It needs to be a way for for the person viewing the video to agree with you, to disagree with you, or to interact with the video. My illusion content does an amazing job at this. The hold your breath content does an amazing job at this. The other way that you could do a really good job with this is to just put a really good hook in your video and then ask people a question or have a trivia or something where it's interactive, where like, oh, now click the plus sign if you agree, or click the plus sign if whatever, and you need to do all these things. I'm gonna give you guys specific examples in a little bit, but I wanted to give you a precursor of what I'm talking about, because it is not asking for engagement, it is incentivizing it. It has to be a way for the viewer to give you feedback, in which case is gonna get you more followers. And by far the best way to do this is to make it part of a challenge, make it part of the video and some feedback, or to just make content that is incredibly relatable, that people are gonna be like, oh, this person knows what I'm talking about. I'm gonna drop them a follow. This last piece, step number 3, is incredibly important if you have less than 10,000 followers. If you have less than 10,000 followers, you need to be following every single person that likes and comments on your posts. I'm not saying that you should follow them and then like all their stuff and then comment on all their stuff and then DM them. No, that'll make TikTok think that you're a bot. They're gonna be like, what is this person doing over and over again doing this? That'll get you banned. Do not do that. That'll get you shadow banned. That'll get you banned in general. Just do not do that. I'm talking about simply following every single person that likes and comments on your stuff. Yes, this will get you follow banned for 30 minutes for 24 hours. I would recommend you do this 2 to 3 times a day. But what this is gonna do, it's really the real life equivalent to, say you were out at a restaurant. I'll give you a scenario. Say you were out at a restaurant or at school or wherever. Somebody holds a door for you, they smile at you, and you know, they give you a compliment. This is the way that you smile back. They just did that by liking and commenting on your stuff. You smile back to them and show them, oh, there's a human here, like thank you so much, and show your appreciation for them by following them back. That's what happens. So you just engage with your stuff, you follow them, they're like, oh, wow, Timmy followed me back. Timmy's a great guy. Like he appreciates, he saw that I engage with his stuff. This is great, and you guys need to be doing this. You need to humanize what's going on social media, not think that the internet is just something totally different than what happens in real life. That's a real life equivalent. And don't worry about following more people than you have followers, because if you're implementing steps 1 and 2 also, this is not gonna be a problem at all. And just so you guys know, I can't do that on my account. And like I said, if you're over 10,000 followers, I do not suggest you do that, because at that point you have a rhythm going, and guess what? You're gonna get the followers anyway. But this is kind of the same thing as me responding to every single Instagram DM and every single comment on YouTube that is not a totally ridiculous thing or something crazy like that. Yeah, I respond to everybody unless you're saying something stupid or like just wasting my time. But regardless of that, it's the same exact thing. Like the reason that the biggest thing that I think famous people or influencers are doing wrong is not engaging with every single person that they can. I'm able to scale these one-on-one situations where I comment back to somebody, I DM somebody back, whatever the case is, even if it's just giving them a little bit of advice or letting them know like, oh, the question that you asked, like I answer that in this video, or I have a package for that on my website, or things like that. Even something that simple, it's like, holy crap, this guy took his time out of my day to respond to me. I'm building lifelong fans out of that. And just to double down on my point, yes, TikTok will follow ban you. No, it does not matter. Just like I said, do it 2 to 3 times a day. It doesn't matter if they follow ban you, just keep doing it. And this is a great way for you to build that initial fan base, because once you do that also, these people are gonna engage with every single piece of content that they see from you. Another huge mistake that you guys are making is you guys are not posting 5 to 6 times a day. You need to post 5 to 6 times a day. Once you find something that works, it needs to be 10 plus every single day. I see so many people that post 1 or 2 times a week and they're like, yeah, this thing doesn't work, you know, or I'll look at an account and they've posted 25 times and they're like, Rob, why don't I have 100,000 followers? Do you realize I put out 750 pieces of content on the internet, on Instagram, on TikTok, and on YouTube before I had 15,000 followers? Like, you guys need to find something that works. I found so many things that did not work, and then once I found something that works, I blew up, seemingly overnight. You guys have to find something that works and then run with that momentum. When I get a DM and it's like, how come I'm not blowing up, or my account is cursed, or this, that, I wanna look at you guys and respond. I don't, but I wanna respond to you and be like, are you high right now? What do you mean? Like, social media, I would say life in general, especially if you live in the United States, is a meritocracy. You put in the work, when you deserve it, you're going to get what you want. You guys need to put in the work and be able to deserve something. You don't deserve something for putting out 25 pieces of crappy content on the internet. You think you should be an influencer. That's not how it works. I'm talking about real work, finding what works, really going all in on this, showing people appreciation and things like that. So many people want to be an influencer, but you don't even respond to other people's DMs or comments or try to build a community. Like, what do you think? That people are just gonna follow you because you drive a red car? What do you think? And the biggest piece of advice that I have for you guys is it's not going to happen when you want it to happen. It's gonna happen when it's supposed to happen. What do you think? That the first Instagram post I put out, I wasn't like, holy shit, is this gonna work? Is this gonna blow up? The same thing with TikTok. Like, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, reality, it does not work like that. You need to post a lot, you need to find what works, and you need to double down on what works. And one other thing, guys, being a social media influencer is not about having a blessed account or just putting out random stuff and it going crazy. Like, that's not what it is. That's not what it's really about. It's about finding the things that work, tripling down on that thing that works. Eventually, it's not gonna work anymore. You need to make a couple small tweaks and then continue to do that. And also providing people with real value, not just nonsense. And I know a lot of people probably come to mind when you think about like the nonsense category. Maybe the Kardashians, maybe Scott Disick, maybe Tekashi69, whatever the hell that guy's name is. But you guys need to realize at the end of the day, they are providing value because they are providing entertainment or they're providing a source of inspiration. It doesn't just have to, like, value is subjective. It's not an objective thing. It's different for everybody, but you need to be bringing people some sort of value. This is a huge tip. The biggest mistake that people make is they think that they're gonna put out content that they want to put out and then people are gonna like it. No. You need to put out content that the other people wanna see. This is a value exchange at the end of the day. If you're providing value, then they're gonna give you views and follows. This opportunity is not going to last forever on TikTok, so I really suggest that you guys double down on this. That being said, here are the 5 posts that are guaranteed to get you more engagement no matter what niche you're in. First, my hold your breath challenge. You guys can replicate this for every single niche. You don't need expensive things. You don't need all this stuff. It could be for any niche. If you're in the beauty niche, then do it with that. If you're in the fashion niche, then do it with that. If you have a lot of shoes, do it with that. If you have anything, do it with that. The second post, and this works for everybody, is do at a big creator and have the hook say, oh my God, I can't believe that she did that, or I can't believe that he did that. And then obviously, like, they didn't do anything that crazy, or maybe in some cases they did. And then towards the end of the video, have something like click the plus sign or click plus and put the plus in quotations if you saw it. This is gonna incentivize people to follow you. It's also gonna have them continue to watch the video over and over again, and it's gonna get you more watch time. Now, I know that you guys might say, oh, well, I don't wanna do that in my video. Well, then do something like that in your video. I'm not saying to do these exact posts. I'm giving you guys examples so that you can extrapolate, oh, that's why that worked. It was because of the good hook, and then incentivizing engagement. And then people are just gonna lie to you and say that they saw it if you say, like, did you see it? And they're gonna do what you want them to do. How can I put that into my videos? 3, starting a trivia piece of content or a question piece of content where it's like, here are 5 medical or here's a medical question. 99% of people are gonna get this wrong. And you could put that for anything, a fashion question, a car question, a sports question, anything. And then have your different answers, have them each be tied to something. So like if we're gonna do this for sports, just an example, if we're gonna do top NBA players, click the plus sign for Michael Jordan, double tap for Steph Curry, comment below for LeBron James, and share for Kyrie Irving. Something like that. You guys need to have questions and they're gonna give you feedback by doing those different things. Another great one, kind of similar to number 2, but this pretty much goes for anything, is like saying some random thing and then telling people to click the plus sign when they find it or when they see it or if they relate to it. This works great for dance content. For example, if you were gonna do a dance, and dance is really hard to stick out in because you need to be doing something totally different within it, so this is a great way to do that. If you were doing a dance and you had the hook of the video be like, ignore the hole in my pants or something like that, and then towards the end of the video, click the plus sign if you saw it. Obviously there wasn't a hole in your pants, or maybe there was a hole in your pants and you make a funny video out of that. Something like that, or have somebody ruin the video, or have something fly across the screen in the back. Something like that where it's like, oh, this hooks the person in and then gets them to click the plus sign if they saw it. The final tip that I have, and I kind of said this in the beginning of the video, but your content, it needs to feel and look like you. There's got to be a voice behind it. It's got to be consistent, whether that's the same format, the same thing, whatever. Person who does a really good job at this is Joey Nero. He makes content and it starts off with like top 5, whatever. He's yelling and screaming, then he says, let's go. See, you know that that is him because that is his content. What are people gonna remember you for? What is your thing gonna be? To sum this video up, at the end of the day, the reason that people aren't following you is because you're not giving them a good reason to follow you. If you had a good reason, well then guess what? You'd be getting followers. And for those of you that are unhappy with your growth and you want my personalized recommendations, you want me to mentor you, or you want to join the TikTok private engagement group, I'm gonna link out to all that stuff in the description below. If you guys watched my other video, I think it was my last video that I announced this, I quit my job. So this is what I'm doing full time now, and my goal is to help over 1 million people reach over 100,000 followers on TikTok. I have already helped hundreds of people do this. I want to continue to do this because, like I said, this is my goal. My goal is to provide you guys with as much value as possible. If you're not interested in anything that's paid, don't worry about that. I put 4 videos on YouTube every single week, all about TikTok, staying up to date on the latest things. Like this video, I wasn't even supposed to make this video today. I put this video out because I knew that this was an issue that all of you guys we're dealing with. I have the #1 channel on YouTube for TikTok, so make sure you subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, and if you want to see all my other content, I'm going to link out to that in the description below also. Thank you guys so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you in the next episode.